we'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters.
Hey everybody, I am at the Okeechobee house and I am of course working on enclosures. It's like Groundhog Day every day. The movie Groundhog Day, if you're old enough to remember that movie. But the group Susie and the crew from shipyourreptiles.com is going to visit me before a big reptile show here in Florida, and I kind of want to get some more animals over here before they come visit. I think there's 8 animals here right now, and I would love to get 4 more here before they visit. And here's what we need to get done. This enclosure can be passed up, although I would like to hang the door at least to seal that part of the hallway. Sunny, our het black dragon, so need to finish the roof screen, a couple enclosures over, and shelf, lay box, log, door, the whole 9. At least the slab's already poured there. My male black dragon, I feel like he got named at one point, but I don't remember. We need those name blacks really bad. Everything to do in the male's enclosure, which is definitely a lot easier than the females. All the roof still, door, the side wall, some of the back wall, the stripping on the outside. And here we stopped at that female sulfur, and this is going to be Alexander's, the male sulfur. Alejandro's male sulfur will go in here. And I'm starting to, I've got a little scab to put in on that wall, and then we'll get his hide box slab poured, and door stripping, all that good stuff. And my young female sulfur, who is in that group of 3 that I got from Alejandro, and I get to keep one of the females, so she will go in here. She's not even one of the cages I have to finish. I do need to get Alexander in there. Hers, I suppose I'll finish, but it's not part of those 4 animals. That would make 5 if I got that done. And these would probably be the other 2 juvenile sulfur water monitors, would probably go into these for now. So again, not the ones that we have to get done. On the other side of my male black dragon, I will probably put Ivy in here. Ivy is the female that produced, that's from Ed Waldrop. He donated her to us, and she is the one that has produced the het black dragon juveniles that I've been selling, and sweet monitor. And she has shown a lot of interest in my male, more so than the male on the other side of her. When she was cycling last, she was showing more interest in him. So I'm going to give her access to my male black dragon. And then, shit if I know, I don't remember who goes in these cages. Did I already name 4? Sunny, male black dragon, Ivy, Alexander. That's the 4 that have to be moved, and it's 7 days from today. Today my mom and I already got the dirt on the floor of this enclosure, the dirt on the floor of this big enclosure. Obviously there's at least this 1 more floor that has to be poured. There's hide box slabs that have to be done, walls, all that good stuff. And the materials are coming to put the shade cloth all the way down the hallway and the permanent stuff, but that's going to be a video all on its own. It may overlap some of this other work because I would love to be working under some shade. I think when I got into my truck it was 100 degrees, And yes, I'm working with a hat on. I just took it off to shoot the video. That straw hat isn't, it's weird to film with that giant hat on. I don't even know if you guys can see my face under it. All right, I'm gonna stop talking and get to work. All right, Jude decided to help me this morning.
Hey guys.
And as usual, my goals are unrealistic. The screen hasn't shown up to finish the roofs on this side. I think I have the screen set up to pour this floor, Jude, so we just need to weed whack the grass that's already growing in on this prepped floor. But we could pour this one floor, and I believe, well, I need to get a divider in, and we could pour this floor, albeit it's very wet. I still think we could pour it. I could rake it down smooth and rinse it down or whatever. I think we could still pour it today. And I think once we have the truck unloaded, I could set up 2 slabs, and then maybe after lunch we could pour those 2 slabs. That would be a lot of progress for today. I do have the roofing done down this whole row, so this enclosure for a male would be quite easy. If I could get that slab done, I can definitely get this enclosure done, and probably the one next to it, maybe by our deadline. We'll see. I think the roofing is a big problem, not having that, because the male black dragon would have been an easy one to move over, but with no roof, I'm not putting him in the cage, obviously. All right, we're gonna get to it. All right, it's the next day, and I have to admit, I've been really, that's not the right word, but distracted since Joanne passed. And I'm kind of all over the place, and I have family in town, so like doing stuff with family is maybe more important than these deadlines that I keep setting on myself. But yesterday we poured 2 floors and filled them with dirt. So we finished, sorry Pete, finished this floor, poured the concrete, and then got dirt on it. And you can see how much dirt I'm putting onto these floors. It's a lot. And we did this one here. And then, like I said, we got really ambitious. We did these 2 hide box slabs, and then this morning we loaded them with dirt and poured them. Yesterday we also, I don't know why I got excited, we were so close to the end of this row that we formed this wall out yesterday, and this morning we came in and we poured the end wall of this row. So there's only one more floor to pour in there, and we're gonna finish out that one row, 1 out of 4. And you can see we have a long way to go on these other ones, but no rush there. It would be great to finish these 2 rows and maybe take a break from the cages a little bit and maybe work on some other stuff, because I need a break, not from work, but just from the same thing over and over. Then we can get the plumbing in and maybe set up the misters for this row, get the hallway done, and get our security cameras in the hallway. Right now we have just random cameras pointing in the direction of the enclosures, but I would prefer to have cameras directly on some of the animals. Yeah, we went fishing yesterday in the afternoon, did a little canal fishing, caught just a couple little bass. I'm still learning the area, and we're gonna put some trees in the ground. We went to, well, yesterday when we went and got our concrete, we purchased a tamarind tree, a mango, and we'll have different varieties of mango on the property when it's all said and done. And what was the last one? Tamarind, mango, oh, and a starfruit or carambola. I had a really nice one at the other property. So we'll get one set up over here. And of course we have the avocado by Joanne, and we'll have other varieties of avocado here. I was telling Jude, if we had like some good mango trees, I would be cleaning them and bagging them, sticking them in a freezer, and in the bar area, like instead of drinking a Gatorade or something like that, I'd stick a frozen mango and some ice in the blender and just I'd rather have that cold drink than some like processed Gatorade garbage or something. Yeah, we're gonna get these plants in the ground and then stop for lunch. Oh yeah, what I was saying before is I've been distracted from filming. There's so many things that we should be filming, and I'm just not, I haven't been picking up the camera as much since Joanne, but I will start again. There are fun things happening this week. I mean, at least Alexander will get moved over here. So instead of 4 cages, I may only finish 1. Oh yeah, I'd walked past it. I finished his shelf and his door. So I will show finishing up his enclosure, and I will show moving him over here. And that's probably how we'll finish up this video. 1 more animal at Wolfe's World. All right, we're back from lunch. And it was nice to have a sit down lunch and drink as many iced teas as I could in an hour. And we're back to it. And like everything this week, it's all about changing your game plan. To finish this door, I need to get the wood strip that overlaps the screen. And since I have Jude here with me, I don't know if this one is right side up or not, but I'm just gonna set it here. I put these thick, I mean this is probably an inch and an eighth thick, these strips over that stops that screen from ever, you know, there's the staples every 4 inches on there, or that's probably only 2 3/4 there. If it ever rusted out, this strip that covers that screen will stop it from getting pushed out. Sometimes they have to sink down in the dirt a little bit to get them to sit right up top. But we're gonna work our way down the entire hallway. All the ones going sideways, the ones that I have ripped to 1.5 inches wide along the bottoms, we're gonna knock out as much as we can on both sides of the hallway, because I can drill and screw these in and shoot him off the next measurement, and he could run to the chop saw, cut the next one, run it to me, and we could expedite getting this done. This will allow me to hang doors faster as I go and finish up these cages as they get done. And it will allow me to hang, this is a 45-inch 4x4, and I have one here and I have one 10 foot over there. That's too big of a span for me to hang the roof screen. I'm gonna have to add one more in the middle, and even then that's a little saggy. 5 feet in between, that is actually quite a bit. Maybe I add 2 in that space. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hang those after the wood strips are there and then tack them in. But if I can get all the 4x4s across here, maybe I even switch to the intermediates being 2x4s. I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. Whatever I do, just to help support the screen in here, that will allow me to screen this and put the shade material, which should come in the next couple days, and get this hallway permanently shaded, which would be awesome. So we're gonna switch gears and do that. I may, whenever he finds his way out here, set you guys up on time lapse. All right, it's the day after the next day, and I'm here and I have some decisions to make on what I'm gonna get done. Today is my last full day before they get here, and I have some options. But before we discuss those options, look at the size of Pinky. Am I in your sunlight? She is big, big, big. Were you gonna lay eggs today, Pinky, or tomorrow? She's close. I could see by the fat missing from the base of her tail. She's very close. I remember the original goal was 4 cages, but that's not gonna happen. I know that I can achieve, oh yeah, that last afternoon, Jude and I went down this hallway and hung all these strips. We got this side totally done and a lot of this side done. The uprights and some of the uppers. There's just a lot of these little guys for me to finish, which I could do no problem. Oh, let's focus on what I can definitively do. Finish the lock set and pull for this cage. Shelving's done. Need to take this off, put the boards so a lizard can't dig underneath that. I could finish its hide box. I believe there's only the lower strip on this other side to finish. You can see the wood strip there and up above. So I think it's just the sides and bottom. I could do that quickly this morning. And plant, I brought a big log, and then I have its palm tree log to go up to its shelf. I could finish this no problem because there's no lay box and a male's cage. It's easy to finish. Now, what we could possibly finish besides that is either the rest of the stripping in this hallway and try and screen this hallway and get shade cloth on it, which would be stretching it, or finishing the roof material 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 panels, stripping them and finishing this other male's enclosure and getting my male black dragon over here. No, there's not even a slab there. All right, so let's back off of that. Doing 4 roof panels and finishing a female's, that's a lay box. Maybe that roof shade might be the only thing. Oh, and we also get to take the forms off of this wall and get to see the final wall done here. Could do that and pour this floor. Well, I think maybe the first half of the day I can do what I know I can do and then make a decision after lunch. I may film taking those forms off because that's pretty satisfying. The rest of this stuff isn't going to be good for a camera setup. Let me get started. All right, we're back, and I'm gonna let you guys see real time me taking this wall apart, because it is pretty satisfying to see the form come off. These straps that I use to hold the rebar from spreading. Rebar's only like a foot down in the dirt. Well, that one's a little bit deeper. boards stop the wall. You keep all the boards even by screwing into those boards, and this one up top stops it from spreading out. The rebar is really doing the bottom, this is doing the top. Screws stay in it since I reuse it. Can't tell which holes I'm using anymore. Which ones are old ones. Boards are getting pretty beat up since I keep reusing them. Well, I could see what happened here. Jude and I were rushing when we did this wall, and we didn't wet the form boards before we poured, and the form boards pulled moisture out of the concrete and grabbed the concrete a little more and kind of ruined the texture. I mean, over here they're all right. You can see the wood grain. All in all, it's gonna look fine. One of these wall sections is where the food prep table is going to be, and then I'm going to put a big sink so I can put a very light bleach solution and put all the food trays in to properly clean all the food trays for the animals. So maybe I'll use this section. I mean, it still looks good, but it could look better. I'm going to pull off the other form boards, and well, I did some other work in here since this morning. I buried the true 1.25 by 6-inch boards so nothing can dig under the slabs. I've already put dirt back there. Put the lock set on this door, properly set the door stops so the door closes all properly. And I did the boards here. This is a male's enclosure, so there's no lay box next to it. I just need to go and make sure that there's no penetrating screws that I'll cut off with the cutoff wheel. I see some there. I'll go and make sure that all those are gone. Still need to get his palm tree trunk ramp to get up to his sunning deck here. This is all white pine, not pressure treated for it laying on all the time. And we need to finish building the hide box. But we're getting there. It's now the end of the day, and the enclosure's finished. I still need to put his water in here. I've got his shelf, his way up to the shelf. His hide box I still need to finish this evening. A nice log to sun on, some plants. He needs more plants, and I was going to put shade on the hallway. I worked towards it this morning, but then I realized to finish his enclosure, I had to cut a piece of burlap and do it over his enclosure, which I didn't feel like doing since I got the permanent product here. And I will do a video later about doing it on the hallways and all the other enclosures, but since this whole roof was done, I got shade sail cut to length, 52 feet. Big fender washers holding it on. I think I was 3 fender washers short to finish the row, but I put them in the middle, alternated. Like, it'll be fine until I get those washers. But it looks good. It's putting better shade than the burlap, for sure. Albeit only 4 feet instead of the 5'10". But you can see in the enclosure, I mean, it's the afternoon now. It's already starting to cool off, but it's nice under there. Now, I don't know how it'll work with his sunning shelf underneath the shade, but he does have the big hide box to sun on, this log, and obviously I can add more shelving later. I can move things around, add some logs and stuff like that. I'm ready for them, minus a couple little things. We'll just see if I can't get him to move into that hide box tonight. Otherwise, I won't even bring him over here for their visit. It's 6:30. I might have time to cut the grass before I leave here and head back to Jupiter. So I'm gonna try and do that. We might end the video on Forrest. What are you doing? Forrest. Oh, he's not paying attention to me because look who's over here. Lily, what are you doing? Oh, he's trying to get his tongue again. That's not good. Forrest, what are you doing? Don't lose more of your tongue. We don't need to do that. He really is happy again that he's next to her. She just laid her bad eggs, so she's defensive right now towards him. She doesn't like him being next to her right now. And we may have a temporary solution for that coming up to eliminate that stress that she's having right now. None of the other females seem to do it. She's just the one that's a little male aggressive. Another problem to solve. All right, guys, until next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. See you soon.